Very good morning, everyone. How are you all? Great. Now, last class we have done which concept? Last concept was what? Concept number 6, insolvency, correct? Insolvency of a partner. So, let us revise what we have done for insolvency of partner. So, now we have understood that in case of insolvency, there may be dissolution. Whenever dissolution, we need to close the books of account. So same concept number 1 will be applicable. So first step is what? Kill the balance sheet at book value. Second, realize asset and settle liability as per the information given in the question. Then payment of realization expenses. Then close realization account. The last step will change in this concept. So step number 5, distribution of cash among partner. So what we have said, there are two situations. A partnership agreement provides some information about distribution of insolvency loss. We will distribute insolvency loss as per the information as per the agreement. Correct. But if partnership agreement does not provide any specific information about insolvency laws, then we'll apply Garner versus Murray. We need to apply the principle given under Garner versus Murray. They have given how many principle? Two principle. First is what? Solvent partner will bring in cash equal to his share of realization loss. Correct? It means we need to prepare realization account, find out realization loss or realization profit. In case of realization profit, nothing will be done. In case of realization loss, the amount equal to the share of realization loss will be brought in by who will bring? Solvent partner will bring. Okay, correct. Then what is the second rule? That insolvency loss will be borne by solvent partner having credit balance only in the ratio of capital on the date of dissolution. It means in this case, in this rule, we need to find out capital on the date of dissolution. For that, we need to just find out whether the partnership is maintaining fluctuating capital or fixed capital. If partnership is maintaining fixed capital, then ratio of capital will be the ratio of fixed capital. Correct? Understood. But if partnership is maintaining fluctuating capital, then ratio we need to calculate from partner's capital account. It means first we need to find out capital on the date of dissolution. And can I say it will be equal to opening balance given in the question plus my plus reserve and surplus plus minus any drawing and plus minus any rectification given in the question. This will be the capital on the date of resolution. Then we need to find out solvent partner having only credit balance. In that ratio, insolvency loss will be allocated. Understood? Correct. This much we have done. Correct. We have done one question also. What was the question we have done? We have done question number 3. Let us start with question number 4. I have given homework, but I know you have not done. Correct now. Question number 4 you have not done. Yes or no? Not done na? Yes sir, not done. Bolo. Yes sir, not done. Correct. Correct. Very good. Means we are all are same. We all are same. We'll never do any question. Correct. बोलना रही चलो we'll directly do an exam. We'll directly do an exam whenever question is asked by ICI. Correct ना? चलो PQR where partnership sharing profit and losses in the ratio 3:2:1. No partnership sharing interest on capital being allowed. The balance sheet on 30th June is given. You can see simple balance sheet has been given. Then they have given what are the information. Check करेंगे. What are the information? On 1st July 2001, the partnership was dissolved. Motor vehicle was taken over by Q at an agreed valuation of 500. Okay. Sale of other asset they have given. The information has been given. Then they have given trade creditor were paid 11,700 in full settlement of their debt. Okay, sir. The cost of dissolution is 1500. The loan from P was repaid. P and Q were both fully solvent and able to bring in any cash required, but R is forced into bankruptcy and was only to bring 1/3 of the amount due. You are required to pay this, and this account. Can we prepare? So first we'll to prepare which account? A realization account. Correct. A realization account. In this, what is the step number 1? Kill the balance sheet at book value, means all the account will be closed by transfer to some account. So assets and liability will be transferred to which account? Realization account. At which value? Book value. Book value, you know? Yes, sir. So let's start from the balance sheet. Can you give me one by one? So, we'll start with what? To trademark. How much? 40,000. 40,000. To freehold property. How much? 8,000. To plant and equipment. It is 12,800. To motor vehicle. It will be transferred to realization even though taken over by some partner. Correct now? 700. Then to stock. It is how much? 3,900. Then to debtor. Now whenever they have given debtor less provision, so there are two accounts, debtor account and provision account. They are two separate accounts, it should be closed separately. So provision we write on gross book value, how much? 2,000. And we write on by what? Provision for doubtful debt, or you can say bad debt, whatever you want to write down, because they have not informed you. Correct. 100. Yes, sir. Have you understood this point? Then how much bank? The bank will be transferred to what? As separate account to leave sufficient space for realization account. And open which account? Bank account. There are two only bank now. Let us prepare bank account. Bank account. Yes, sir. So can you give me opening balance of bank? To balance brought down. How much it is given? 200. Yes, sir. Then they have given R's current account. So can the current account will be closed by transfer to what? Partners capital account. So it means we need to also prepare partners capital account. Partners capital account. How many partner? There are three partners. So how many column? Three column. Correct? Bolo. What are the name of the partner? It is P, Q and R. P, Q and R. So what is the opening balance given? Batao, by balance brought down 20,000, 20,000 and 10,000. Then they have given opening current account credit balance, how much given? So by current, written by current account, how much? P 500. How much? Q 9,000. How much? R? So we written 2 what? Current account. How much? R? It is 400. Understanding? Correct. Then they have given PL account debit balance. So this PL account will be distributed among all partners in PSR. So written by profit and loss account. What is the ratio? It is 3 is to 2 is to 1. So can you allocate in 3 is to 2 is to 1 PL account 12,000? Whether I am doing correct? I have written by PL. But that is correct. It is a PL account debit balance. It is correct or wrong? Is correct or wrong? How many written by PL account? Not what? I was just checking you. By PL to PL. How many written by PL? So concentrate, huh? Concentrate. Okay. This type of mistake we do in exam also, because we are habituated to writing what by PL. PL means what? Profit. Profit means credited. Now, so we are habituated, but we should be thoda sa careful. To PL account, how much? 3 is to 2 is to 1. Can you say me what? 6,000, 4,000 and 2,000. Correct. Yes, sir. Very good. So can you say asset side over? Can you come to liability side? Liability already we have in capital and current account. Then other liability will be transferred to which account? Written by what? Loan from NBFC. How much? Acha, loan from P. Loan from P. There was some in question NBFC also, no? Loan from P. P was is partner. P is partner. Acha, loan from partners. So loan from partner, I have said something. What I have said? If loan is not taken by purchasing company, a separate account will be opened. Partners loan separate account will be opened. So write down loan from means we write down loan from P. You remember this point. However, you can also, even though you are writing in realization account now, it will not affect your solution. But we'll follow the rules. We'll follow the rules. Loan from P account. So what is the opening balance? By balance brought down how much? 8,000. It will be paid separately. It is given also. Then trade creditor will be transferred to which account? Realization account. So by trade creditor, how much? 12,400. First step done. Step number 1 done. Correct. Now what is step number 2? Realize asset and settle liability. As per the information given the question, to one by one, can you give me by cash or bank? The trademark 0. Freehold property how much? 7,000. Then plant and equipment how much? 5,000. Motor vehicle is taken by whom? So, so what journal entry will do? What is journal entry? It is Q account debit to realization account, na? We write down by what? Leave some space because we have some stock also, na? Stock will also come and data will also come. Or you can write down the amount right now. It is Q's capital account. What they have taken? Motor vehicle. At what value? Only 500. Or just 700 was the carrying amount. I will also take motor vehicle at 500. Correct. So the second effect we'll do after this. For the stock how much? 3,000. Debtor how much? 1,600. After this, just check whether you have considered all asset or not. So you can see you have considered all asset. Just check it also. So that if any asset information is not given, so you require some assumption for that. However, for asset they normally provide the information. For liability, if question is silent, we'll assume it is paid at book value. So they have given some information about what? Trade creditor. What they have given? To cash or bank. How much? So it is creditor 11,000, 11,700. Then I think there is a realization expense also. How much realization expense paid? 1,500. Realization expense paid 1,500. Then Q loan was also paid. P loan was also paid to cash or bank. How much? It was paid what amount? Amount is given. If not given, we'll assume what? Book value. This account is closed. This account is closed. Can is done asset liability done? Can we give the double effect? Double effect. Second effect. We write down 2 realization account. So can you give me the total value of asset realized? How much? 16,600. And by a realization account, how much liability paid? Now give me credit only. How much? 11,700. And how much realization expense paid? 1,500. The second effect. I'm coming to that point. Understood? Second effect. Then there is one P's loan also paid. Written by what? By loan from P. How much paid? 8,000. And then there is one motor vehicle taken. So 2 what? A realization motor vehicle. Who has taken? Q has taken now. At rupees 500. All second effect done. All second effect done. Understanding? Thora thora. Thora thora. Not pura. Whenever students say like this, we become relaxed. Correct now. We also want like this now. Bolna. Thank you very much. I am now in comfort zone. Correct. Now I hope you have understood this much. Now close which account? Realization account. So we'll find out realization profit. In exam now, I don't like this. Profit or loss? Profit or loss? Loss. How much loss? 50? So we write down by partners capital account, and this will be allocated to P, Q, R. The total is 51,000. Can you allocate in 3 is to 2 is to 1? 25,500, 17,000, 8,500. Got it? So this will be transferred to all partners. Can be transferred. Return to uh, sorry to realization account 25,500, 17,000, 8,500. Done. Now coming to last step. Last step only we need to be careful whenever there is insolvency. Correct. So now distribution of cash among partner. We need to apply Garner versus Murray. What was the principal one? What is principal one? What is principal one? You. What is principal one? Equal to insolvency loss. But you have read only half. You read only first partner. I'm not asking you now. I know who will give answer, who will not give answer. What is the rule number one? Which partner? Solve. Very good. Excellent. So can I say P and Q? Who is the insolvent? R is insolvent now. Yes. So can I say P will bring how much? And Q will bring how much? This much. Radom by what? Cash. By cash 25,500 and 17,000. I've already said this is Bakwas point. We don't know what is the logic behind this, but we do as it is given. Correct? Yes, sir. So we'll write on here to what? Partners capital account. How much P? How much Q? 25,500. And have you understood? Normally student miss this point. You will forget this point in exam. Normally. So it is danger from examination point of view. I have seen students know this point, but in a hurry they will miss this point. Correct? So equal to share of realization loss, solvent partner will bring in cash. Now we'll find out insolvency loss. So who is insolvent partner? Who is nalayak partner? Let a working note. Distribution of insolvency loss of R. Of R. So can you give me the debit balance of capital? Debit balance of C's capital after all transactions. Whatever we have done till now. Batao. So this will be equal to what? 10,000 minus 400 minus 2,000 minus 8,500. What is the debit balance? Bolo. 900. Correct now? $900. But how much he will contribute? Less contributed. How much he is contributing? 1/3. Correct. Contributed by C's in this R. Contributed by R in cash 1/3. So 300. So what is insolvency loss? Insolvency loss is 600. As per Gardner versus Murray, insolvency loss will be shared by whom? By solvent partner but in this case fixed capital or fluctuating capital. What is given? Fixed given na. So in the ratio of fixed capital that is 2:2 means 1:1. Correct. Share of insolvency loss PQ 1 300 and 300, total is 600. Understood? So what journal entry will do? P and Q will be debited and R will be credited. Simple. Correct? Written? Written. So let us post this journal entry. So 2 what? P and Q 2 R's capital. How much? 300 and 300. We write down by what? P and Q's capital. How much? 600. Acha, he will bring cash also na. So by cash how much? 300. You can see his account will be closed. His account will be closed and difference will be adjusted in what? Cash. Can you give me the closing balance of P and Q? That will be paid in cash. How much? 14,200 and 24,200. Done. Simple. Correct. Let us post in which account? Cash and bank account. It will tell you how much R is bringing 300. And then we write on buy partners capital account P and Q. P is how much? 14,000 and it is 24,000 and it will close. Check karo tallied. Very simple now. Simple or not? Chalo. Can we take one more question? Only practice will do. With 3-4 questions we'll do practice. Correct? Come to question number 6. Question number 6 also I have given as homework. Of course you don't have time. Question 5. Question 5 also I have given as homework. How many have you done? Means 90% enjoy. Only 10% do. And the result was 5%. Some message I am giving only. I am giving some message. Huh? There is no intention to demotivate. Huh? There is no intention to demotivate. Correct now? Whatever you do is observed by ICI. Understood? Correct now? So someone is observing you. Correct? And normally I have seen 10% will do homework. And normally 10% result. This time the result was 5%. चलो ठीक है चलता है. Huh? So the message is that if you do self study, it will only help. Class attendance is always 90%. Correct? But 90% is not the result. Result is what? 10%. So who is doing self study, that will have a what? They have more probability to pass. Correct? That is the message given by me. Correct now? Just look into this message sometime whenever you have time. A, B, C, D are sharing profit and losses in this ratio. Fraud committed by C. Already I have read this question. During the year found the fraud committed by C during the year we have found out and were decided to dissolve the partnership. You can see balance sheet has been given. Correct? Simple balance sheet. Then the following information is given to you. A check for rupees 4,300 received from debtor was not recorded in the books and was misappropriated by C. Means it is as simple as debtor taken over by C. Means can I say out of the total debtor, how many debtor 4,300 is taken by C. So we have written that investment costing rupees 5,400 were sold by C at 7,900 and the fund transferred to his personal account. the sale was omitted from the firm books. So it is as simple as invested costing rupees. So what is the investment? 5,900. So investment costing rupees out of 29,000, 5,900 was taken over by C at rupees 7,900. At rupees 7,900. A creditor agreed to take over investment of book value 5,400 at rupees 8,400. Means a creditor has taken investment of what rupees? Investment book value how much? 5,400 has taken at an agreed value of token is a creditor will reduce by what? 8,900. Creditor will reduce by 8,900 and sorry 8,400. The rest of the creditor were paid off at a discount of 2%. Means can I say 47,000 minus what? 8,400. What is the balance? 38,600. For this payment is done at 98%. 98%. That you have calculator. I also know. Correct. I am just saying how to calculate this. Calculator you have. There is no need to respond about that. The other asset realized what they have given. Other asset realized building how much it is given 105%. Now don't calculate. You can calculate. Stock how much 78,000 given. Then investment. The rest of the investment was sold at a profit of 4,800. Understood? Rest. So 29,000 minus what? Minus what? 5,400. How much it is coming? 18,200 was sold at a profit of, so 4,800 will be added. So what is the sale price? 23,000. So it was sold at 23,000. Okay, some indirect information is given. In the last question, direct information was given. It was a lollipop. In this question, they have given indirect information. Question is lollipop, but high chances of mistake. One calculation mistake, your amount will be wrong. It will affect all other account. And because of this question, because of that reason, such questions are dangerous. Because one mistake in calculation, understood, correct. Then what they have given debtor, the rest of debtor. So rest of debtor means what? 42,000 minus what? 4,300. How much left? 37,700 was realized at a discount of 12%. So into what will do? 88%. Understood? Have you understood? It was found then the bills payable were settled at discount. So there was bills payable also. Yes, it was settled at discount of 400 means 20,000 minus 400. How much? 19,600. Then expense will write down. It was found that realization from C's private estate would be only 4,000. Prepare necessary ledger account. Now we can do it. Now we can do it now. Bolo. So can we do it? So we are doing question number 5. No one will say anything to me. No one will say anything to me. Correct now. No one will respond anything. Do whatever you want to do. I am doing by myself. You do by yourself. There is no need to cross check any point. Okay. Correct. Start. Will prepare what? No one will respond anything. You want to copy, copy. You want to do by your own, do by your own. No one will say anything. No one will discuss anything. A realization account. देखो बच्चों, first will prepare realization account. मजा आ रहा है. So it is T-safe format having debit and credit side. Then we'll prepare which account, बच्चों? We'll prepare cash and bank account. Cash and bank account. This is also which type of format? T-shape format having debit and credit side. Then we'll prepare which account? Partners capital account. Partners capital account with how many column? There are three partner. There are four partner, na? Four partner. So four column. Four partner, four column. Yes, sir. Name is what? Anybody can do. Bolo. A, B, C, D. Yes, sir. Now, can we start, sir? Yes, sir. We are ready. We can start. To building how much? 105%, na? Hmm? So it is 1,20,000 into what? 105%. 1,26,000. Correct. Then stock how much? Is direct information given how much? 78,000. Do. Don't see the other. Do by your own. Now, stop everyone. Stop everyone. You all have understood, na? How many have understood? How many have not understood? How many written 1,26,000? How many written I'm asking? I'm not asking how many of you are correct or wrong. Those who have written 1,26,000, stand up. 1,26,000. 1,26,000, stand up, stand up. You. Only one. Huh? Really? How much? Book value written. Abdul. Book value. Book value is correct. Assets are taken over at what? Agreed value, na? Huh? What you have written? One. This is correct only. You remain stand up. Huh? Start. Chalo. Thank you very much. Miss, most of you are correct. Excellent. 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 पक्का correct ना? ठीक है. चलो. But just try to understand. You have done some papa. Pap hai. We have done so many questions. This is not the first question, second question. This is, I think, from the beginning, from amalgamation chapter we are doing. Now this type of mistake मजा नहीं आ रहा है. Understood? Correct? Okay. So building how much? Now can you give me fast? 1,20,000. Stock how much? 85,500. To investment how much? To kill the balance sheet at. So therefore I always say repeat step in your mind. Kill the balance sheet at book value. That is, when kill the balance sheet at book value. You will repeat that step, you will never do mistake. Correct? Investment how much? 29. All investment will come now. 29,000. Debtor how much? Debtor how much? 42,000. Then to cash will go there. Where? In cash and bank account. To balance brought down. How much? It is 14,500. And then they go capital C. Write on to balance brought down. So to balance brought down. How much? 15,000. It is 15,000. Correct. Similarly, can you give me the credit balance by balance brought down? It is A how much? 90,000. B how much? 90,000. D how much? 35,000. One thing is clear that in this question there is a fluctuating capital. In this question there is a fluctuating capital. Na? By general reserve will be allocated which ratio? 5542. Can you allocate? How much? 7,500. 7,500. 6,000 and 3,000. Done. Okay. Then after general reserve we have trade creditor and bill payable. These are liability. Liability will be transferred to realization account by trade creditor at what value? Book value. Book value is what? 47,000. And by bills payable. Bills payable how much? 20,000. 20,000. 47,000 and 20,000. Then step number 1 done. So you can see step number 1, just try to write down all balance sheet item. Don't leave any balance sheet item. Transfer it to any one account. So assets liability which account? Realization account. Cash which account? Cash and bank. Partners capital which account? Partners current account which account? Partners capital account. Whatever belong to partner will be transferred to? Whatever belong to partner will be transferred to partners capital account. To capital account where? Partners capital. Current account where? Partners capital. General reserve where? Partners capital. Loss where? Partners capital. Understood? Yes, sir. Now let us do the realization one by one each. So buy. Batao. First, can you give me buy C's capital account? C's has taken two, I think two misappropriation they have done now. So one is check wala point. So how much debtor? Yeah, you can add on check misappropriated, huh? Or you can add on debtor also, chalega. You can add on check misappropriated, whatever. How much check? 4,300. Understood. Then they have also taken what? Investment. Investment. At what value? At what value? 7,900. At agreed value, no? So always at agreed value. Correct. Then, correct. Buy cash and bank. One by one will take. But the building how much? It is 105%. 1 lakh 26,000. Then we have stock. Stock how much? 78,000. Then debtor how much? Already we calculated some amount. Debtor how much? Can you give me? It is how much we calculated? Can I say it will be this not 37,700 का 88%? अरे बोलना रे. It is 37,700 का 88%. Already we have done na. 42,000. How much misappropriated? 4,300. Balance is 37,700 into what? So we'll do 37,700 into 88%. How much? 33 176, correct. Then investment, so they have said balance investment. So balance investment was how much, batao? We have done 18,000 means 29,000 minus this 2 will be 18,200, will add profit, correct. Now we can say in this way, 29,000 minus what minus 5,400 misappropriated, minus how much taken by creditor, 5,400. In this will add profit how much, plus 4,800. So what is the investment value with sale value, how much, 23,000. All asset done, all asset done. To what, cash or bank? But how much creditor, what amount is paid, creditor, बताओ, creditor. So 47,000 minus 8,400, so that is 38,600 का 98%, correct ना. So it is 38,600 का how much percentage, 98%. How much, 37,828. And then there was bills payable. Bills payable, how much amount paid, 4,000, how much, 400 less na, 19,600. Then there is a dissolution expense. How much dissolution expense, 4,900. Done, done. Only one point is left, that you will say me. All point I have done, only one point I have not done, that you will say me. Any doubt in this amount, any doubt in this amount, and any doubt in this amount? If any doubt, you can ask me, otherwise I will proceed. I think very simple. Acha, in exam, can you give one working note for this? You can prepare na, but without working note also we can do. So but can I say, if you have time, prepare one working note, but we can do without working note also, correct na. Acha, only one point I have left. What will journal entry for this, batao? A creditor agree to take over investment of book value 5,400 at rupees 8,400. What is the journal entry? Huh? No journal entry. Understood na? Very good. So for this no journal entry, but this is also danger. Student do mistake यहाँ पर भी. Danger, super danger. So asset is taken by creditor, or is that two account has been closed by transfer to realization account. So gain or loss will come from that only. There is no need to pass any separate journal entry for this. Already we have done discussion of previous classes, but I have seen student do mistake here also. Just highlight this point and be careful in exam about this point. Be careful about this point in exam. Correct. Now done, all point done. Can you give me realization, profit or loss? Can you give me realization, profit or loss? Profit. So we write down realization profit. How much? 548. This will be transferred to which partners? All partners. So by realization, can you transfer in the ratio? Ratio 5 is to 4 is to 5 is to 5 is to 4 is to 2. One 171, 137, 69. Done. Now can we give the second effect of this all sale whatever we have done? To realization. To realization. In exam now always write down this way, okay. Building how much, like this, okay. Separate. In class you can write down total, but in exam write down separate, okay. Chalega na? To stock how much? 78,000. To investment how much? Investment how much? 20, 3,000. Then debtor how much? 33, 176 by realization. बताओ. Creditor how much? 37, 828. Bills payable how much? 19,600. Dissolution expense how much? 4,900. Then one point will go to C's also. So to realization how much? Can I say they have taken, one was check misappropriated. How much? 4,300. And one is the misappropriation of investment. How much? 7,900. Done. All posting done. Correct. Now we'll come to distribution wala point. Distribution, last point. So now we need to apply Garner versus Murray. There is one case law, Garner versus Murray. Based on that principle, we distribute the cash to what? We'll do distribution of insolvency loss. So first, solvent partner will bring in cash. How much cash they will bring? Equal to share of realization loss. But in this question, what we have? Realization profit. So there is no need to bring cash. Point number one is not applicable. Now only we need to do what? Insolvency loss. We will do one working note. Working note. Distribution of insolvency loss of which partner? Partner C. So first, can you give me debit balance? Debit balance of C's capital. How much? 21,063. How much they will contribute? Contribution from his private asset. Means they might be having some private asset, personal asset. So that will be also sold, and from that some amount can be recovered. Understood? How much amount they have said? So this amount is contributed. So what is insolvency loss? It is 17,063. This insolvency loss will be distributed in the ratio of capital as per Garner versus Murray. So because it is what? Fluctuating capital, we need to find out ratio of capital on the date of dissolution. So there are how many partner? A, B and D. Can you give me the balance of capital initially? So what was the balance of capital initially? It was 90,000 and 35,000. Then we'll add what? General reserve. General reserve how much? 7,500, 7,500 and 3,000. Only this much. Okay, so this become capital on the date of dissolution. Understood? Means any transaction due to realization will not be considered. Understood? So this become capital on the date of dissolution. How much? 97,500, 97,500 and 38,000. This become ratio. Correct now? This is the ratio. In this ratio we'll do share of. So can you now find out share of insolvency loss? How much? In this ratio allocate. I think it will be 7140, 7140 and 2783. So what is the last journal entry? A account debit, B account debit, D account debit to what? C. Correct? Can we do it? Have you understood this? You can write on as per Garner versus Murray. That you write down, na? As per Garner versus Murray. The last posting let us do. So how much cash will be brought by C? 4,000. Then we write by A, B and D's capital. How much? 17,063. So this account close. And we write down here to C. How much? 7140. 7140 and what? 2783. Can you find out the balancing figure? This will be settled in cash. How much? 90531, 90531, 35,286. Done. Post it in cash account. Automatically the cash account will tally. Super easy. In this type of question they ask, and if asked it is easy. From this chapter I have seen they can ask means all topics are important. Means sometimes they ask from insolvency, sometimes they ask from sale of partnership, sometimes they ask amalgamation. There is one more concept coming soon. Means all topics are equally important. Normally what happens if they have 5 to 6 topics, so one topic becomes very important. They normally ask question from that topic. But in this chapter all topics are equally important. And therefore थोड़ा सा interesting. Because we don't know from which topic question will be asked. Therefore complete revision is required. Correct now? Have you done cash account? Tallied. So to C's capital account how much? 4,000 and by partners capital account A, B and D. A how much? 90,531, 90,531, 35,286. Done. Closed. Mubarak ho. So these two questions were pending question from my side. What was the homework question? Means we are doing homework only. Can we take one more question? Only for practice. Now all questions you can do by your own. But I know you will not practice if I will not practice. But I will practice on your behalf. Can we take one more question if you permit? Come to question number 6 now. Chalo. Question 6. ABCD sharing profit and losses in 4-3-2-1 decided to dissolve their partnership on 31st March. Okay, sir. Creditor, employee, provident fund. It is just like a liability. Provident fund is a liability. Correct. Then they make capital account. So there are two credit balance. Bank, debtor, stock, prepaid expense, plant and machinery, patent, and there are two debit balance. But a partner having debit balance is not insolvent. What it is till it is informed in the question. Correct. Following information is given. One of the creditor took some of the patent whose book value was 5,000 at a valuation of 3,200. Balance of the creditor were paid at a discount of 400. Whenever this type of information given now, but the patent how much? The patent book value is 5,000. So it is minus 5,000. And creditor, what is the agreed value? 3,200. Just write down here in the question only. 3,200 and balance they have said. So 15,700 minus 3,200. How much? 12,500 is paid at what value? What they have said? At a discount of 400 to minus what? 400 is equal to what? 12,100. Write down here only. Correct. Can you write down in the question paper? Huh? You can't. But you can. You can't. As per the rule, you can't write anything in question paper. But you can. It is India, Ray. No one will say anything as per my experience. Correct now. If somebody says, sir, please, sir, by mistake now I will not write. ठीक है ना? So you can write and they will not do. But be careful. Be careful. Correct now? Understood? Be careful. But there is, as per rule, you can't write. But we are Indians. We don't follow. We don't follow rules. Huh? No, no, we don't follow rules. We never break rules. There's a difference between breaking of rules and not following. Not following means we don't know the rules now. If we don't know the rules, how can we follow? Sir, we don't know the rules. So inform me, then I will follow it. Correct now. So we don't follow. We will not break rules. We are good citizens. Correct now. But I hope you have understood. There was a joint life policy of 20,000 not mentioned in the balance sheet. Oh my God. Now this is what foundation concept. If you know foundation concept of JLP, sometimes JLP comes in balance sheet, sometimes JLP do not comes in balance sheet. Means there are two accounting approach. So forget about that. I am not going into JLP. Means even though there is JLP means they may or may not appear in the balance sheet. One question we have done where JLP was appearing in the balance sheet. Okay, thank you very much. But sometimes JLP will not appear in the balance sheet. But then also it has some surrender value. It can be realized. Means book value is what? 0. But realizable value is what? 4,500. Understood? Means it was realized at 4,500. But book value is nil. Book value is nil. This is not book value, huh? This is not book value. Don't write 2 JLP 20,000. मजा आ जाएगा. Book value is what? 0. Correct? The remaining asset we realize itna. D become insolvent and dividend of 25 paise in a rupee were received in respect of firm claim. Prepare necessary ledger account. Can I say you can do it by your own? Homework दे दूं? But in this case, good question only. One solvent partner will have debit balance. Who is the insolvent? C or D? Someone is saying C, someone is saying D. D. So D is what? Insolvent, but C is having what? Debit balance. So he will bear insolvency loss. He will bear insolvency loss. He will not bear insolvency loss. But one question. Insolvency loss will be borne by solvent partner having credit balance. But one question. Whether he will bring his share of realization loss. Arre gajab. Understood? Means solvent partner, all solvent partner, whether having credit balance or debit balance, bring in cash equal to share of realization loss. Can you do it by your own? Can I give us homework? Because I think you can do it. Very straightforward question ना, मजा नहीं आ रहा है. Correct? चलो. So this type of question have been asked in exam. चलो. Question 7. Good question. Messrs XYZ, who were in partnership sharing profit and losses in the ratio 2:2:1 respectively, had the following balance sheet as on this date. Capital XYZ, JAT loan means loan of partner, loan from Mrs. X. So this is loan of means outside liability. This will be transferred to realization account, but this will be a separate account will be opened. sundry trade creditor, fixed asset, stock, book debt, less provision, cash, advance to Y. Advance to Y means loan given to Y. Correct. Loan given to Y. Correct. Can I say it is automatically adjusted in partner's capital account? So it will be just like drawing. We'll consider it as what? Drawing. It will be considered as drawing. Understood? So it will be adjusted where? In partner's capital account. The firm was dissolved on the date mentioned above due to continued losses. After drawing up the balance sheet given above, it was discovered that goods amounting rupees 4,000 had been purchased in November 2001 and had been received, but the purchase was not recorded in the books account. But this is what? Error. Can I say error need to be rectified before closing? So first we'll do rectification, then closing. Na? If first closing, then rectification. First you need to correct the book balance and then closing. Means we need to pass one rectification journal entry. So but what they said, ki there was one purchase of goods. The goods was received, but the purchase was not recorded. So what journal entry you will do? What is the rectification entry? बोलो हाँ बोलो बताओ परचेज अकाउंट डेबिट टू suspense account. Suspense account will come only in case of one-sided error. Can I say it is a complete omission? Complete omission means two-sided error. Two-sided error means there is no suspense account. Remember, the suspense account मजा आ रहा है suspense account. I don't understand how suspense account will come. Suspense account practically will never come because we follow what double entry system. But the suspense account will come. Practically, suspense account will never come. This is only theoretically from what exam point of view. Can you say whatever journal entry will do? Journal entry will done with two effect only. Understood? No, no. This is not realization. Realization account will be opened after rectification. Realization account is for closing, but before closing, we'll do rectification. So what journal entry? Purchase account debit, but case the purchase account will be closed by transfer to PL account. So you can't correct purchase account because it is already closed by transfer to PL account. So can you do rectification in that account which is closed? No. So whatever account which has been closed means that has affected PL account. So we'll open one PL adjustment account. If you remember, we used to do rectification with PL adjustment account in foundation level. There were three types of rectification. Rectification after preparing final account. Remember, whenever rectification we do after preparing final account, always rectification is done through which account? PL adjustment account. So what is journal entry? PL adjustment account debit to cash. Cash or creditor? It is a cash transaction. Normally we never do mistake. If question is silent, it means it is a credit transaction. Cash transaction cash transaction will be always accounted na, because cash and bank balance can be recorded, but we may miss some transaction which is not cash transaction or whatever. So are you able to understand? So if question is silent, always will assume it is a credit purchase. So what journal entry you will do? PL adjustment account debit to creditor. It means in the balance sheet what will increase? Creditor will increase by what amount? So this will increase by 4,000. So what is the book value? Book value is 25,000 or 29,000. So it means while closing a realization account, you write down by credit and how much? 29,000 after rectification. After rectification. And can I say PL adjustment account is loss? This loss will be transferred to partners in PSR only. So PL adjustment account debit balance is loss. So this loss will be transferred to all partners in PSR. Understood? But one doubt will come right now. तो चलो ठीक है with flow you have whatever we have done discussion okay. But one doubt will come. Purchase not recorded. So of course stock will be also affected now. Means you purchase some item which is not recorded. Means am I correct or not? अरे बोलना रे, some doubt will come or not. So when I am saying purchase not recorded, so purchase not recorded, stock will be affected or not? So stocks would also increase, stock will also increase in the balance sheet, but that is not correct. Means the whatever we have done discussion previously, that was correct, but if I will not discuss this point in exam, you will do mistake, because in exam you will think, I will not think. Right now whatever you are thinking on my behalf. Means whatever I am saying, your mind is reacting on that way. अरे बोलना रे, but in exam तो you will react ना. Purchase में stock will increase, बाबा जी का लड्डू, you will get बाबा जी का लड्डू. But just try to, there are 2 points. She has correctly said had been received, but it does not mean that it is recorded. Just try to, stock is separately valued. Means stock is valued at year end by counting the stock now. Means even though you have not record, can I say it will be in your premises, and can I say stock will be counted at year end, so it will be counted and will be separately valued. So even though you have not recorded purchase journal entry, it does not mean stock is not counted. Stock is counted. If question is silent, then it will assume stock is separately counted only. So in closing stock there is no mistake. Mistake will be where? Only in purchase and creditor account. Purchase and creditor account. Understood? Have you understood? I'll give a note for this. But have you understood this point? Have you understood this point? So only what journal entry will rectify? Purchase account debit to creditor account. But because purchase account is already closed, we'll use which account? Profit and loss adjustment account. Understood? Correct. Can I say one single information can affect your concept? And can I say this is wrong? Realization account is wrong. Partners capital account is wrong. And 10 marks question will become 2 marks. One single statement can affect your marks or not? Can affect your marks, and ICA knows where you can do mistake, and therefore they give this type of points. Which question paper will not be complicated, but at some point with some information we may be confused, and with confusion we do some mistake. Correct. With this time, just try to understand. I should not discuss this point right now, but of course, one thing is clear, that percentage is very less. We were not expecting this percentage. 5% is not a percentage. 5%, Are Baba, what is 5%? We are not so bad that you will say 5%. Correct now. We are, after CA student, we are not become students. The 5% was not expected, but what is done can't be undone. We need to accept it as soon as possible. And right now, I am just referring YouTube video. Every faculty is coming in the video and saying IC has done wrong. अरे चलो ठीक है. But if you see that video now, you will be affected. I will say don't watch any YouTube video if you have given the exam. Because of course, from my point of view, it is not correct. अरे final result is what? Final result is it is what, around 20%, I will say. And CA inter you are giving 5%, not believe me, not correct. What to do? What? क्या करें? क्या करना चाहिए? One thing, there are two things. Either you blame or you blame. Just try to understand what I am saying. Either you blame or you blame. Either you blame others or you blame yourself. There are two type of blaming. Either you blame others, you can blame ICI, you can blame faculties, you can blame your relatives, or you blame yourself. I will say you should take the opportunity to blame yourself only, because it is your life. You need to decide. If you start blaming yourself now, improvement will come. Improvement will come. If you start blaming others, improvement will not come. I will say you will, next attempt also you will fall. Understood? So I am with you. Not just try to understand. I am with you all. But what I want to say, that whatever has been done can't be undone. Can't be undone. Understood? Can't be undone. And believe me, the result was unexpected. totally unexpected. Last 15 years I have not seen result like this. Understood? In CA Inter, at CA Inter, correct? खराब लगता है, but कुछ नहीं कर सकते. Correct. In my CA final result was also 5%. When I have given CA final, that time CA final result was 5%. Correct ना? Understood? तो चलो ठीक है, जो होता है अच्छे के लिए होता है, वही सोचिए करो. चलो. Fixed asset realize इतना, stock इतना, book debt इतना. Similarly, the creditor allowed a discount of 2% on average. The expense of realization come to इतना. X agreed to take over the loan of Mrs. X. X agreed to take over the loan of Mrs. X. Y is insolvent and his estate is unable to contribute anything. Give account to close the books. Work according to the decision of Gardner versus Murray. Once again, simple question. If you understood the first para, let us do fast. Correct? Will you help me? Yes, sir. So we are doing question number 7. You want to prepare PL adjustment account or directly will do? Directly. We can also prepare one account, PL adjustment account. So the 2, start करें. 2, fixed asset how much? 2, stock how much? 2, debtor how much? Gross book value, huh? And by provision how much? Whether this provision is a liability. Whether this provision is a liability. Huh? Whether this provision is a liability. Whether this provision for doubtful debt is a liability. I am asking one question. Yes or no? No or yes? No. Correct? Yes. Not actual. Means what? Partially. Means so I will ask whether you are a boy. I will say not actual. No, sorry, wrong question. Whether you are a girl. Not actual. ये क्या आंसर है यार? I am asking whether it is a liability or not a liability. This is the question. Can I say if it is a liability, then to is to be written in the liability side of the balance sheet. But we are not writing in the liability side of balance sheet. Means from that we can understand it is not a liability. Because provision for doubtful debt, there is no obligation to pay. There is no obligation to pay. Correct now? We'll do in accounting stand a detailed discussion about this. Correct now? But provision for doubtful debt is not a liability. जो दिखता है होता नहीं, जो होता है दिखता नहीं. Correct? Understood? So this is not liability. So there is no obligation to pay na. There is no obligation to pay. Means it is not a liability. So whether it requires settlement? Whether it requires settlement? No. चलो. Now everyone, बताओ. Provision. What I say, it is not a. So it is not a liability. Just write down. It is not a liability for your understanding. If it is not a liability, the question of settlement will not arise na. So by provision you have written, then to cash. Means will open which account? Cash account. To balance brought down 4,000. Sorry, 1,000. Then there is one advance that will be transferred to which account? Partners capital account. How many partners? I asked how many, you are saying name. X, Y and Z. X, Y and Z. Correct. So it is what? 2 advance. How much? It is 4,000. Y. Then capital by balance brought down. How much? 29,200. 10,800. 10,000. Correct. Then for Jet loan will open a separate account. Open Jet loans account. By balance brought down. How much? Loan from Mrs. P will be loan from Mrs. X will be transferred to realization account by Mrs. X loan. It is 10,000. Then we have creditor. Creditor is transferred to realization account. How much? It is 25,000 plus 4,000. That is 29,000. Very good. So 4,000 double effect will give in which account? So can I two creditor we can add on? One compound journal entry, creditor account means partners capital account debit to creditor we can do. Loss will transfer to partners capital account. So this is write down rectification. So can you allocate 4,000 into XYZ in which ratio 2 is to 2 is to 1? How much? 1600, 1600, 800. Got it. All pointers. Now let us do the realization. Can you give me one by one by cash or bank? Fixed asset how much? It is how much? 20,000. Stock how much? 21,000. Debtor how much? 20,500. Then down to cash or bank. बताओ. Creditor how much? It is given how much? At a discount of 2%. तो बताओ 29,000 ना. Into what? 98%. How much? 28, 420. Then there is one dissolution expense. A realization expense how much? 1080. Who has taken Mrs. X? Mr. X has taken. Chalo then to okay. So to Mr. X capital account, loan of Mrs. X. How much? It is 10,000. I think all point done. Can we give the double effect? Second effect. This will be also paid now. So just make a payment to him also. To cash how much? 5,000. Done. Then with the two realization, can you give me all asset realize how much? 61,000 all na. Then buy realization, creditor how much? 28,420. And there is one realization expense how much? And buy jet loan how much? 5,000. Then there is one liability taken na by realization, Mrs. X loan how much? 10,000. Done. All second effect given. Close realization account. Can you give me profit or loss? How much? So by realization loss 24,000. This will be allocated to whom? All partners. There are two. A realization account. How much? 9,600. 9,600 and 2,000. 4,800. Done. Simple. Then last distribution. Batao. What is the principal one? Solvent partner will bring in cash equal to share of realization loss. So they will bring how much? So by cash 9,600 and 9,600 they will bring. Correct. Why is insolvent? ओहो देखो ऐसा मिस्टेक होता है. Okay, okay, okay. My mistake. My mistake. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Very, very sorry. Extremely sorry. That is what? 4,800. Now, okay. Always whenever this not just identify, just give bola. This is insolvent. So you will not do mistake. Correct. Then what is second principle? We need to find out insolvency loss. So in this case, nothing was contributed from whom? Why? So can you give me the debit balance? That working note number, whatever. Insolvency loss. So can you give me the debit balance of which partner? Of Y. How much? 4,400. Correct. Now the question is that it will be allocated in which ratio? So it will be allocated in the ratio of capital on the date of dissolution na. So which two partner X and Z? Can you give me opening balance? 29,200 and 10,000. Let us check what are the transactions which will be considered to find out capital on the date of dissolution. That we need to understand. We need to find out capital on the date of dissolution, correct? तो बताओ, will you adjust this transaction? बोलो, will you adjust this transaction? Any transaction which is related to realization will not be adjusted. It will not be adjusted. Whether this transaction by cash? No. Whether to realization? No. Whether rectification will be adjusted? Yes. Rectification will be adjusted. Just write down. Minus what? Rectified loss. How much? How much? 1600 and 800. Understood? Correct. Now, whether advance will be adjusted. Advance. Whether advance will be adjusted to find out capital on the date of dissolution. So guys, advance given to partner is not a part of capital. Correct? It is not a part of capital. I've already mentioned in the last class. Check करेंगे. Last class में आओ. I have just given one information about how to calculate capital on the date of dissolution. So what I have said, we will take opening balance plus reserve minus drawing. We'll take drawing because drawing is transferred to capital. But advance is never transferred to capital. Advance is separate loan, separate transaction, not in the capacity of partner. Advance can be in the other capacity, na? Are you getting? So advance is not a part of capital balance. Therefore, it will not be considered. Therefore, it will not be considered. Plus minus rectification. So this will be only considered to find out capital on the date of dissolution. So the advance given to partner, your loan taken from partner is not part of partner's capital. We are transferring into partner's capital in this chapter because now we are doing closing of partner's capital account. Understood? But that will not be taken into consideration to find out capital on the date of dissolution. So only these four items will be taken into consideration. Only these four items will be taken into consideration. So this is the point where you can do mistake. Understood this point? Have you understood? Yes, sir. So just write down minus, just write down minus advance, write down only for your understanding, will not be considered to calculate capital on the date of. Understood? You will not write in exam. Don't write in exam. Only for your understanding. Because this doubt may come when you are doing revision why sir has not taken advance. So advance is not a part of capital. Drawing is a part of capital. Huh? Drawing is given minus drawing. If interest on capital given, yes. If salary given, yes. If others means interest on loan is given, yes, because that are adjusted in capital account. Are you getting what I am saying? Correct. Yes, sir. So this become the ratio of capital how much? 27,600 and so this become ratio. This become ratio. Ratio is what? 1 is to 1 is to 3. Like what? Chona, don't calculate ratio. There is no need to calculate ratio. Now, sometimes we do mistake in calculation ratio only. Better don't calculate. There is no need to calculate now. We can share now. Share of insolvency loss ratio. In this ratio only calculate how much? 3,300 and 1,100. Is your ratio was correct? 3 is to 1. Done. Super easy. Can we now do last posting? So we'll do what? So X and Z will be debited to what? Y. To Y's capital. How much? How much? 3,300 and 1,100, and buy X and Z capital account. How much? 4,400. This account is closed. Now balance will be paid in what? Cash. Can you give me the closing balance? How much? How much? 34,300 and 8,100. Done. Done. Hmm? Just check it whether it is tallied or not. Cash account. Both partner is also bringing cash. Huh? It will tally. Super easy. Till now the partnership chapter is simple. But revision is required. Revision of concept is required. Practice we are doing in class only. But sometimes all concept will, if all concept is amalgamated, now then confusion will start. Isliye I have taken only concept number one, close the books of account. So in all types of closing, one steps only. Correct. Now one question is a good question where now there is a question related to sale. It is a question related to what? Means sale of partnership firm into company. Means partnership firm will be converted into company, and there will be insolvency also. Means two concepts combined together. Already sale we have done. In sale also, sale of partnership firm, books of account require closure. Only insolvency add kar denge. Means at the time of distribution we need to think about this Garner versus Murray. Same thing. Now let us read that question. Good question, I will say. I will say good question. Let us read. Question number 8. Yes, Tanish and Ruchika, YTR, where partners sharing profit and loss in the ratio 3 is to 2 is to 1, balance sheet is given. Fixed capital, so fixed capital has been given. Current account, okay sir. Unsecured loan, current liability, fixed asset, investment, current asset, okay. Current account, Tanish. Tanish is having what? You can see might be having debit balance. Current account debit balance, but capital account is credit balance. Okay. On 1st April 2001, all the partners agreed to form a new company. Oh, acha, ye baat. New company YTR Private Limited, which will take over the firm as a going concern, including goodwill, but excluding cash and bank. Cash and bank is not taken. Then the goodwill, even though not given, it will be including goodwill only because goodwill will be balancing figure. Correct now. The following matters were also agreed upon. Goodwill should be valued at 3 years purchase of super profit. Super profit. Super profit. When I have done amalgamation, already in amalgamation chapter I have just given a concept of valuation of goodwill as per foundation syllabus. You remember? I have said there are four methods. First method is what? Average profit method, super profit method, capitalization method, annuity method. You have done in foundation level? Remember? अरे बोलो या सुनो. In amalgamation chapter I have said na? I have said na. You have the notes of amalgamation? छोड़ दे. You will take time. छोड़ दे. I have done. Leave it. चलो. Means I have done the concept. But this is concept of which syllabus? Foundation syllabus. Already I said in inter what is included? Foundation is included. In final what is included? Foundation plus inter is included. मजा आएगा final में. But from my point of view, believe me, final is very easy to pass. If you pass inter now, from my point of view, normally student react in a different way. But if you ask me, if you pass inter now, you become C. Inter pass हो जाओ बस. Foundation was easy because those who don't pass in foundation are they I say they are not capable. Miss CA के लायक नहीं है. Not I am not saying means those who are not able to pass in foundation first attempt, second, third attempt, fourth, fifth. But once you pass foundation, only must keep patience. Have patience. Once you pass CA internal, final is damn easy. The final is damn easy. Means final you can easily pass if you are a good student, if you are a deserving student. But in CA inter, sometimes we are studying also, then also we are not able to pass. Why? Because this is the first exam where you need to apply your entire skills. And for the first time you are giving an exam of this level. So normally you are a good student, but you are not able to react in exam hall. You don't know how to react in exam hall. You don't know how to handle pressure in exam hall. And normally sometime what happens first attempt में नहीं होता है. चलेगा. We are learning. We are into learning stage now. And what is the traditional system of education? Traditional system. Gurukul we used to say. Gurukul. We Indians should follow our system only, but we actually follow the English system. The English has destroyed our what ancient education system. But in India there was a Gurukul system. As per Gurukul system, what we used to do at till the age of 25, we are into what education. Means till the age of 25 we should not earn, we should only learn. Understood? Earning should start after 25 age. 25 to 50 they said only what earn and live a household life. Okay? After 50 I also don't know what to do. Correct now. Are you able to understand? But what happened in India right nowadays? You become 18, everyone start expecting something from you. What to do. And pressure means whatever pressure will be in your mind from the age of 18 only. There are some family will start what you are doing, you are doing nothing. Start earning. Arey why they? 7 years left. Give me 7 years na. Are you getting what I am saying? But chalo theek hai, you started doing CA. You started doing CA. And you came to age of 23. So 2 years left na. अरे बोलना रे. So why you are forcing me to go to earn? Don't force na. So what I am saying, pressure started building from the society only. They have lot of expectation from us. I don't know why they are expecting. Correct na. It is our life. We'll study till the age of what 25. So till the age of 25, actually the system says that you should only learn. You should not go to earning. There are some financial situation. If you are not financially strong from your family side, I will say you should support your family, but you should not leave your learning stage. Correct? Understand what I am saying? तो चलता है होता है. Someone becomes C at the age of 21. Someone will become age at the age of what 22. Someone will become at the age of 25. Nothing wrong ना. चलता है. The point is that after 25, how much you are earning, and that is not based on your what qualification. That is based on what skills, skills. And believe me, there are many chartered accountants who are earning more than 5 crore. There are many chartered accountants who are earning only what 10 lakh after 5 years of experience also. And those who are earning crore, they might not be rank holder. They may have taken 10 to 12 attempts total in total. In total means from foundation to final. It happens. It happens. So attempt is only a number. Attempt is only a number. Understood? Attempt will not decide your future. Attempt will not decide your future. Your future will be decided by your own skills. Understood? Correct? तो सीए बन जाएंगे बाबा, हो जाएगा, हो जाएगा. देखो, I will just say one of my friend. I used मतलब when I was student, I was thinking what he is doing. But once I become CA, after 2 3 years, I have understood. Acha, he was actually a good. मतलब he actually has done what need to be done. So there was one of my friend, he's not my actual friend, but in a group we used to know him. So what he used to do, he was very much active. What we used to do, we used to come, study and go. Come, study and go. And there are some okay something we used to do, but not so much actively. We are not we were not active in some other work. As a student, we used to come, study and go. Come means used to wake up, study and sleep. And this is the work. But he was that person. What he used to do, he used to study. He used to start making connections also. What he used to do, he used to go and meet all the chartered accountants. Various firms used to go, and he used to start building what networking. He used to start building networking. Ki, I am this, I am doing articleship, I know this. If you have any work, give me. And he used to take some work from them and start earning from that stage. It is his choice. Correct now. Are you getting? We used to say, why study you will not pass, Papa? Study you will not pass. Study, Baba, study. Correct. Happen. Chalo. First attempt not pass. Second attempt not pass. Third attempt pass हो गया. In final I am saying, I don't know about CA intern, but third attempt में pass हो गया. Okay. Understood. But in this 2 years, he has built so much networking that he started his own practice, and within 2 years, his earning was more than any other chartered accountant. Then we realize that whatever he has done rightly. Attempt is only a matter. What is required? Money is required at the end. Are you getting? The other chartered accountants started job, they might be earning how much? 20 lakh, 30 lakh? But from the practice, from the networking, whatever he has created in that 2 years, he has received so many work that his income was more than any chartered accountant at that point of time. I don't know what he is doing now, but one thing that he has opened many hospitals. I know one thing. He has opened many hospitals in charity. Charity means in this corona period na, he has opened many hospitals. So you just try to understand what maybe he's earning. Understood? Correct? This is what life. 2 3 attempts he has taken. Chalega. But what you are doing in this period, that is matter. How you are reacting, how you are thinking, that matters. How you are positive about your life, how you are positive about your life, that matters. Whatever others says, leave it, because we started also saying about him, अरे चल ना, पास नहीं होता, छोड़. But then we realize afterward, this is actually the correct way. Understood? चलो. So goodwill should be valued. Oh, goodwill should be valued at 3 years purchase super profit. So of course super profit is given, then goodwill is equal to 3 into super profit. 3 into super profit? Yes, sir. Actual profit for the purpose of goodwill valuation is given. So super profit is equal to actual profit minus what? Normal profit. So actual profit is given. Actual profit or average profit? The actual profit is given. So now we require only what? Normal profit. Let's see what is the normal profit given. The normal rate of return is 17.5% of fixed capital. What is the fixed capital given? Fixed capital given now. It is how much? 80,000. 80,000 into 70. 80,000 into 17.5%. So what is the normal profit? 1 4. So 14,000 is normal profit. So what is the actual profit given? 20,000. 20,000 minus 14,000 is equal to what? 6,000. What is the number of year purchase? 3. What is the goodwill? 18,000 is the goodwill. Super easy. Correct. Goodwill we can calculate. All other assets and liability will be taken over at book value. But what is not taken? It is given the first para only. Cash and bank is not taken over. But apart from cash and bank, all other assets and liability will be taken over at book value. Okay, sir. The purchase consideration will be paid partly in share of rupees 1 each and partly in cash, but they have not given how much in equity shares and how much in cash. So this requires your common sense. Let's see how you are reacting with this information. So I will not inform you anything about this. Some point which will automatically understand with the flow of solution. With the flow of solution. So they have not given how much in equity shares and how much in cash. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time in understanding this point only. You will automatically understand with the flow of answer. Yes, and Tanish to acquire interest in new company in the ratio of 3 is to 2 of face value. So it means they will be entitled to capital in which ratio? 3 is to 2. Means yes and Tanish will become equity shareholders. Will become equity shareholders. Ruchika agreed to retire after taking his share in cash. Oh, means he is not insolvent. Okay. Ruchika agreed to retire after taking his share in cash. So this is not a question of insolvency then. चलो ठीक है. He's Ruchika retire. It is not a question of retirement. He's going out of the firm. He don't want to join in a company. So he will be paid in what? Cash. Realization expenses amounted to rupees 5,000. Prepare realization account, cash and bank account, YTR and capital account. Means it is a question of what? Conversion of firm into a company. But they have not asked what? Balance sheet of new company. Thank you very much. Correct. Let's see. Only one mistake you will do. Let's see what mistake you are doing. Only one mistake. Means I am doing that this question only for that mistake. Only for that mistake. चलेगा? अरे बोलना रही. Working note means we are doing question number 8. But the working note number 1 is what? Calculation of goodwill. But what is the actual profit? Less what? Normal profit 17.5% of 80,000. What is super profit? Is equal to 6,000. So what is goodwill? 6,000 into 3 is equal to 18,000. In this question, PC also not given. We need to calculate PC. Correct now. PC is not given now. Calculation of PC by using which method? By net asset method, because payment information is not given. Batao. Can we start with goodwill? Goodwill how much? 18,000. All other asset. Can you give me all other asset at book value na? How many assets are there? The fixed asset how much? 45. This is given at book value na. Means this is actually fair value taken over at book value. Investment how much? 15,000. Stock how much? 10,000. Debtor how much? 27,500. Cash and bank how much? How much? Not taken na. Total how much? How much? 1 lakh minus all liability. Unsecured loan how much? Current liability how much? Total liability how much? So what is PC? 85,500. Now out of this, some amount will be paid in cash and some amount will be discharged in the form of equity share. That we don't know. Correct now. So that we need to find out. That we need to find out how much paid in cash, how much paid in cash, and how much in equity shares of company. Now let us prepare which account? A realization account. Can we start? बताओ. Two fixed asset how much? 45,000. Two investment how much? 15,000. Two stock how much? 10,000. Two debtor how much? 27,500. To goodwill how much? Goodwill? Goodwill will come? No. Why? No, no, goodwill will not come. Why? We are into step 1. No, no. I am saying why goodwill will not come in step 1. Yeah. At book value, the book value is 0 na. Write down. If you want to write down nil. Means if you want to write down to goodwill, write down nil only na. So at book value, and book value is what? Nil. Understood? I was expecting this mistake, but you have done correct. Means I am happy. See? But I have seen student do mistake here. Danger. Right now it might happen. Press. We have done this chapter. It might happen. But this is the area where student do mistake. So be careful. Be careful. Then what? Buy unsecured loan how much? 15,000. Buy current liability how much? 15,000. And all assets and liability are taken by whom? YTR Private Limited, correct? At what purchase consideration? 85,500. Any realization expense is there? So to cash or bank, realization expense how much? 5,000. But what is the profit or loss? 13. So to realization profit 13,000. Done. Correct now. Bolo. Then we'll prepare which account? Cash and bank account. Cash and bank account. This you do. Let's see how you are reacting. Cash and bank account you prepare. Let's see how you are reacting. Chalo, chalo. We'll do it together because you'll be confused. Then we need to prepare what? YTR private limited company's account. And then we need to prepare what? Partners. How many partners? Name is YTR only, na? What is the opening balance? How much? How much current account? And how much current account? There was a realization profit, na? So by realization, how much? 4,300. Correct. Now, but two balance brought down how much? And by realization, how much? Expense, na? I'm just writing all the information. Then to realization, how much? 85, 500. Correct. Okay. This much, so I hope all have done. Now, what they have given ki Ruchika is agreed to retire and he will pay in. So let us pay him 16,167. This will come to which account? By Ruchika capital account. How much? 16,167. Correct. Now just try to understand. In this, how much will be paid in cash, that we don't know. How much will be paid in the form of equity shares of YTR, that we don't know. If we can find out this, then only we can proceed. Bole yes or no? Now you say what to be done. I said now one point you will understand with the flow of answer. Let's see. So what is the cash balance batao? 8667. This what will do? Amount of cash? Yeah, very good. I said now this much cash will be given by whom? Means PC, out of total PC, this PC, this much will be discharged in the form of cash. This was only not given. Means this is YTR Private Limited. Understood this point? Correct. I said now one point you will understand with the flow only. So this become 8667. So this will be balancing figure. So 76883 833 I have done. And this will be allocated to, this will be distributed to whom? Partners. In which ratio they have given? 3:2. So we write down 2 equity shares of YTR distribute in which ratio? 3:2. Distribute 46 100 30,000 733. Understood? Correct. Now, what is the balance of this account? Find out. Yes, how much? 16,000. And here how much? 16,000. Means can I say one partner will bring cash, another partner will withdraw cash, and automatically it will tally. Understood? And if nothing is given, you can adjust in capital account also. But better used to do buy cash and to cash. Have you understood this point? But this was not a question of insolvency, and therefore we had not applied Garner versus Murray. Chalo. Super easy. So this insolvency concept done. Insolvency concept done. One question is there. That means I have not done. That will be your homework. Must do. Okay. Okay. So we'll take a break. We'll take a break. After break we'll continue. Okay. Means after break we'll do insolvency of all partners. Okay.